Hello, hello, hello. Welcome all to our first episode of Awards Troupe, your one and only place for awards talk.
Awards chatter.
If you want to hear thoughts on this award season, you're in the right place. I'm DJ Danny, and I'm joined none other than my two fantastic co-hosts. They want to introduce themselves.
Benjamin Price.
And Keaton Kugler.
And again, if you're interested for this awards season, then this is your place to be. And today we're going to be starting with the recap of the Independent Spirits. And so I was thinking, this is definitely just securing Rose Byrne's second place spot, right?
I have a feeling. I think Jessie Buckley is locked, has been locked. Obviously, Hamnet, because of the rules of the Indie Spirits, isn't here. But I don't really think it's a big concern to her campaign or Team Hamnet that Rose Byrne won here. And I think SAG will be where the story is really the next chapter.
Or even BAFTA, maybe she has a small chance though.
She is British, no? Australian.
Or she's Australian.
She's Australian.
Yeah, she's Australian.
Jessie Buckley's British.
I think
that's right.
Yeah, that's
she's British or Scottish? I don't know. I don't really know.
I don't know either.
But I think
She's winning.
She's winning is what she
It's
is.
true.
Yeah, she's winning. Yeah. But other than that, it's securing Train Dreams, obviously, as
This is a big night for Train Dreams.
Yeah.
I was surprised it took director. I had a feeling, because Ava Victor was in that category, and then also Mary Bronstein, and I thought given her work with the Safdies and as sort of a figure in the indie world who's now gone more mainstream with this movie, that she would be kind of a lock for that category.
I mean, Sorry Baby also one screenplay. Eva Victor won something this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do we think Train Dreams getting director influences his chance for cinematography Oscar?
I still think Sinners just has that locked up.
I think One Battle still has a shot though. Didn't it won ASC or did ASC not have it yet? Or I don't.
I don't know.
You don't know that?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
Does anyone? Maybe I'm insane here. With I'm talking about cinematography Oscar, but does anyone else see it as kind of a zone of interest Oppenheimer sound thing, where it's kind of you have Sinners as kind of the front runner the whole season, and then it's the obvious choice. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say obvious, but
yeah, I would say did Zone of Interest get cinematography nomination?
Sound.
That's
yeah.
One.
But that's what I mean.
I remember being kind of shocked.
Just because Train Dreams is so showy, it looks just gorgeous, and, the natural light and everything.
There's usually 1 to 3 movies almost every year where they get zero. Well, they get many nominations, or maybe 4 at most nominations, and then just don't get anything. Mm-hmm. And do you think Train Dreams would fall into that category?
It's entirely possible, but also then cinematography could kind of be your way to celebrate, because Sinners is going to get some other stuff.
I think Sinners has the. I often with the craft categories I swap best for most, and I think it also has the IMAX bump in terms of
That's fair.
the use of formats as well.
But so does One Battle a little bit.
Yeah, but I think, I guess, but I feel it's the IMAX of it has become such a part of the story of that movie's success. I also think Autumn Arkapaw has been doing press since April.
Yeah.
In a way that Adolfo
Severance?
Veloso has not. No, that was someone else. She did Wakanda Forever,
That's what it
and
was,
she
yeah.
did. She's done some interesting things. She did The Last Showgirl as well. I think.
The Last Showgirl. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
It's just also Sinners made a profitable amount of money. Even though it doesn't really matter when it comes to award season, it's just about your campaign.
Well, and we're gonna get to Sinners as well. I mean,
yes.
It's unprecedented. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But
16.
Yeah, but other than that, with Independent Spirit, it just, I guess it secures Secret Agent for international feature. Probably I think that's probably sweeping that. Maybe.
You think?
I mean,
at the Oscars,
maybe Sentimental Value will probably win BAFTA.
9 nominations for Sentimental.
Last year Amelia Perez got 13, and
well, that was a lot. Amelia Perez
I still don't understand what happened.
I
think just that I'm still here. I'm still here just had a big surge, but also it's just
also
it won 2 Oscars. It got awards
it's winning song. It's so funny to me that year was we're not gonna do the songs of the telecast this year. We'll pass. It's okay.
And then now there's 2. So
and now
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's with the Independent Spirits. But now do you want to go to BAFTAs for?
Yeah. Do we want to do some for our dear listeners, our
all three of them,
our trophy heads. I don't know, we'll come up with something. Do you want to do like some like more specific intros about like why this is a thing that we spend time talking about and thinking about?
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, sure.
I love it.
It's just like, at least for like the past 5 years that I've been doing this, like just like reading like a bunch of like Oscar statistics and stuff. It's like an interesting thing. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just like a prize for like an actor or something, and it's just for their resume and stuff. But like, it's an interesting thing to talk about because like I'm just trying to think of like an example of like when it's interesting. Like every single awards like BAFTA and stuff, like someone wins something different and it's just an interesting thing to talk about at this end of the day because like who's winning, like I don't know, it's kind of like football in a kind of way.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always seen it as like my fantasy football.
Yeah.
Well, because you got your teams or the movies that you're rooting for. And
Yeah.
You know.
And like I know like a lot of people, it's like, oh, my favorite movie didn't get nominated and stuff, and like sometimes it's all just like what's the word? It's all prestige and all that stuff, but it's not, at the end of the day, like a lot of great movies still, like a lot of accessible movies get in there. Like I think Sinners is now like an accessible movie. F1's an accessible movie.
damn
Well, I
right
think it's the best of both worlds where I think you're celebrating the, obviously movies that deserve to be celebrated, but then you're also bringing attention and putting a spotlight on these other movies that other people might not have, known about.
Yeah, no.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the first? Well, we should just go around and say like, what was the first Oscars you remember watching?
Ooh. I think
Spotlight. I think for me,
2015?
2016 Oscars.
What was the one before Moonlight?
Spotlight.
It would have been that. Yeah,
I think that. Like I think
Yeah.
either that or like Moonlight.
I
remember like obviously, but like Moonlight was like 2017, right?
2017 Oscars.
Like I was 13 at the time, so I was like, oh, I didn't really think about it as much, but it was like, does that usually happen when a different movie like gets?
I remember that. I watched that live.
I remember mine was, and I think it's seen now as sort of a like disastrous telecast. It was the year that both James Franco
I knew you were gonna say that.
and Anne Hathaway hosted.
That's like
in 2010, and I cried when How to Train Your Dragon lost to Toy Story 3.
Oh, wow.
And it's been, but yeah,
retrospectively, it's like a.
Toy Story 3 is pretty good.
I think they're both.
I
good
actually
movies.
think they're both great now.
No, yeah, that's
but
fair.
I think to go back to what you said, I think it's like an industry thermometer in a really interesting way, and what like Hollywood. I mean, it's Hollywood awarding itself, but how it chooses to do that, and how it sometimes might be quite frustrating. See Amelia Perez and trying to make like what is going on here. But also, yeah, like you said, I think, I walked into a Secret Agent just to, like, peek a few, like, the day before yesterday. And I was like, this is, like, almost full. Like, that wouldn't happen without this kind of bump. And I think, especially now, it's become a really fun mix of, like, international cinema and really mainstream stuff and the art house. And, like, the fact that there is overlap between the indie spirits and the Oscars, I think, is really heartening, and that it really is starting to represent more and more of. There's nothing that's as off limits as it used to be. I mean, the substance.
Like the substance,
right.
I think was like one. I think it was not like the best. Like it was one of the best picture nominees within the past 5 years. I'd say maybe like. Obviously, there's like I wouldn't compare it to like Parasite and stuff like that.
I met someone who said that there was their favorite movie that had come out like chronologically since Parasite.
It's just like usually like
bold.
Like obviously when we've been like thinking about Oscars and stuff, it's like you don't like nowadays like you're saying like a horror movie, like oh wow, that's like that can get into like maybe makeup or something, but like a type of a movie like The Substance that got like I think 5 nominations, that typically never happens,
right?
And it's like I'm like very amazed by that. I remember like talking to my girlfriend and she was like saying like how many Oscar nominations is that gonna get? I'm like probably just makeup and stuff. Like I think I was talking to you about that too. Like on theater, it's like, but then I got like Demi Moore like almost won the Oscar for that.
Right.
My friend Logan said it was gonna get into picture, and I was like, ha, funny.
Right.
Like I remember last September. Or September before last.
Yeah.
And then like it won critics. I think it won actress, screenplay, and makeup at Critics'
Demi
Choice.
Moore of it all. I mean,
I honestly think like we're not gonna be talking about it like the whole entire time, but I think she should have won that.
we should litigate that at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe like retrospective.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, that, just not to get on a tangent, but that's kind of the Rose Byrne of this year, you know? That, like, I mean, less so, obviously, it's not like that's performing the same way the Substance did, of course, but just in the same way, like, it's cool to see these genre films represented, which you don't, you know, I don't know, I don't take that for granted, I guess. It just, and then I watched that after the nominations came out, but it's so deserved. She's amazing in that movie, and so much, like, range, I think.
I still need to see it.
It's great.
It's a good movie, and
I need
she's
to
really
see that
good.
and Sarat.
And like I think she just like again
Sarat.
she has like Rose Byrne has range. Like I remember her from Neighbors, and she's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
in
she's
that movie.
awesome.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
great
yeah.
in Bridesmaids too.
Yeah,
she has
right.
like a whole side career as like a comedic foil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she just does this and then gets an Oscar nomination. Like she's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, do you want to?
Yeah, let's keep cruising.
Yeah.
It's funny though because we are sort of coming into this on like sort of a down week. It's sort of been a quiet period. I mean, Indie Spirits are it's cool.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
in terms of how it affects the actual race.
Because usually it's
Right.
like it's about to like pick up like this weekend with the
I mean, we have
BAFTAs,
the three
probably.
big ones in the next week. So
Because we're probably like gonna get these wrong because like BAFTAs is where like I mean sometimes the order of awards that they're released is like mixed every year like
Right.
Yeah.
but like this is where it's probably gonna
No, this is a
start
solid
and stuff.
precursor, yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
we get something wrong, it's gonna be not surprising at the
Yeah.
same time.
well, we are experts.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
That's
Yeah,
presupposing we get anything wrong
Yeah.
at all
Yes, yeah. So we're doing above the line categories.
in the at the BAFTAs, which
Yeah.
for those who are uninitiated is like the Academy Awards but British.
Yeah, hosted by Alan Cumming this year.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler? I don't remember him in that.
Nightcrawler.
I
No, not
watched
the movie. That
Oh,
character,
yeah,
yeah.
the,
Oh,
the
the
character,
guy.
understand. Oh,
the
yeah.
man. That would be
not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, he hosts
Stunt
The
double.
Traitors. That's a reality show on Peacock.
broke into the White
so,
House. Nightcrawler. That's crazy.
Yeah. But like, what do you want to start with?
Yeah. I guess we can sort of talk individual categories. I mean, best film nominees are Hamnet, Sinners, Sentiment of Value, One Battle After Another, and Marty Supreme, which is basically our best picture 5. I'm going to say I'm going to go British bias, and I'm going to say Hamnet.
Yeah.
I guess I could see a world where it's One Battle, but I think Marty Supreme and Sinners are sort of uniquely American stories in a way that I don't think is going to resonate quite so much as it will with the Academy. And One Battle to an extent too. I just don't. I think the PTA train is sort of kind of feels unstoppable at this point.
I agree with. I think I am doing Hamnet as well because also like keep in mind this is also best film. They had the British bias. Conclave won last year in this category,
Right.
so
Man, yeah.
I'd say. Yeah, I think it's inevitable with like Hamnet, but I definitely do see a One Battle.
What about you?
Possibly.
I'm still
One Battle?
I'm teetering One Battle,
One
but not, it's
Battle.
definitely between those two though. Whereas Oscars, I'm still think. I mean, we'll see how BAFTAs go, but I still think that's Sinners One Battle conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could easily see a world where Hamnet wins. This is like 55
For like in
45
defense
for me.
with like Sinners and stuff, it's like the BAFTAs typically don't go for like that type of blockbuster. Blockbuster movie. Like I think was Wicked nominated last year in this category?
Oh, I'll take a look.
Like either way,
I wouldn't
like
be surprised.
Like
yeah.
they typically don't go for that. Like I'm just trying to see like what else what other films that were like made like a decent amount of money and still didn't win at the BAFTA at the end of the day, but at the same time like they were almost winning at the Oscars. I'm just trying to think of like something like that.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at all the
2025.
previous BAFTA winners right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like quiet movies generally.
Yeah, last year was, I think, the highest grossing movie by default is Complete Unknown.
Really?
Domestic, anyway.
Oh, for like the BAFTA 5. That's
Yeah. Best film. No Wicked.
No Wicked, yeah.
All right. Thanks.
I maybe it was Top Gun. I don't know.
I think we should have a sidebar about how bad Wicked did awards-wise. I mean,
think we can, like,
obviously it had its own problems, but anyway.
I think we can discuss
It's the
that later.
reverse
I mean,
Sinners.
I mean, they
Yeah, right.
nominated 2 BAFTAs, which is still
Better than
something.
nothing.
Better than nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd say Hamnet. I think that's my choice at least.
Hamnet, One Battle.
One Battle, but on
Okay, so
I don't know.
it's like Keaton's choice is One Battle, you say?
For picture, I
Yeah.
think so, right?
Okay.
And for BAFTA,
And then me and
specifically.
Benny is
If we were lockstep, it'd be boy.
Hamnet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about director? I'd say that's
Should we say it at the same time?
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
PTA.
PTA.
Yeah, no surprise here.
Government name.
I think this is
Yeah,
a sweet. Like last
legal
year,
name.
Brady Corbet won this category. So like even though the Brutalist, like I think just won actor and did it win score last? I mean, I think like either way, I think One Battle is winning here. Even if One Battle doesn't win film, I think it's PTA's year. So yeah.
And thank
Yeah.
God. What
Yeah,
a guy.
right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's won a
Outside.
BAFTA before. He won screenplay.
We
for
love
Licorice Pizza,
PTA
so,
on this pod.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do.
make it happen.
You should, actually, PTA, if you're listening, you should come on.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Him
I
and
think
Leo
he
right
is.
there.
Oh
Two
yeah.
open
That'd be
seats.
incredible.
They're talking by themselves right now.
Yeah.
I guess. So I think we discussed actress for a little bit here,
Okay.
but I have right now Renee Reinsva in second place though.
Oh, okay.
But obviously I'm putting Jesse Buckley in.
I agree with
first
that.
Place
I agree with
because
Yeah,
it's
that
just weird.
seems sort of, yeah.
I'm just like
That's BAFTA bait.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, true. I mean, she's I think BAFTA nominated before. She was for The Lost Daughter. She was nominated for that as not
Well, and
the
it's-
Oscars as well.
It's nice that Chase Infinity was recognized as sort of the sixth place
Yeah,
here.
this is like the
Yeah.
sixth place.
This is the top
Yeah.
6.
definitely.
But obviously Kate Hudson made an appearance in the Best Actress 5 at the Oscars. I
Right.
mean, it's a surprise to some. I
Yeah,
had sort
I
of
was predicting in Chase Infinity.
her whole like run, like even pre the release of that movie, was like, remember me?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Remember Almost Famous? That was pretty
How
good.
was the guy in 10 days? I mean, yeah.
Like every single profile was like, she's been gone and now she is back and she's in a movie we kind of like and she's good at it. And she's like, I've been waiting, I'm here.
I mean, it's not like an Andrea Riseborough type of thing. Like she got obviously.
But
that
it
was her
is the
search, like,
most.
shocking,
It is
yeah.
the most Hollywood, and it sort of. She started to get into that Riseborough mode where it was like this campaign is being advanced by like purely by other stars who are like, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, what a performance! I'm going to host a screening. But at the
Yeah,
same time,
yeah.
it's like she already had the leg up a little bit. I mean, she is the child. She's also been around. She is a movie star in her own right.
Yeah.
And she is the child
great
of
actress.
two
Goldie
movie stars.
Goldie Hawn and
True,
Kurt Russell,
true.
yeah.
I haven't seen Sung Blue.
I
Not to
think
dismiss
that
Kate Hudson.
and Blue Moon are the only two acting nominees I have not seen
Oh, okay.
as of right
Well,
now.
I would say,
Blue
okay,
Moon.
when we let's go. Do you want to
Blue
go into
Moon
actor
rocks
then?
the
I
house.
can't wait.
Is he
I
nominated?
wanna
He's
see.
nominated
He's
for
nominated.
BAFTA?
I'm
Okay,
saying
okay.
this. Yeah,
Segue.
Segue to actor.
Sure.
For, like I'm putting in for my choice. Like here is Timothy probably. I think this is
As in
he-
prediction, you're talking
Yeah,
about?
prediction. But as he was saying, like I want to see Ethan Hawke win something. I think
Yeah.
that's more likely
Yeah.
SAG probably. That's like which we will get into next week for
Yeah.
our predictions. Keep on that. But
Yeah, come back.
I just think Marty Supreme is nominated for a lot here. Timothy's really good. I think he's great.
Well, and I also feel
Yeah.
like a big part of the global nature of the Marty Supreme like run he's been on. Like I feel like he's done a number of events and
Oh,
like
yeah.
installations.
I think
in
he's
the
doing
UK.
everything that he needs to be doing. Like
I'm like seeing like I'm seeing on
zero
like
doubt.
every single day, like obviously like the American Cinematheque thing, but like
Yep,
there's so much.
retrospective.
Yeah, there's like so much more like that like I'm seeing like online and stuff.
Well, he's
He's
like
just
getting
going everywhere.
interviewed by Richard Curtis in the UK. I saw like I just the timeline is full
Yeah.
of Timmy.
Yeah, I know.
When it's like even on that retrospective, it's just like you look at the moderators. You got Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve. You know,
you had Ben Affleck.
Ben
Right?
Affleck is
That
like
was
the
a random
outlier.
one.
You're like,
Yeah.
huh?
he
Yeah.
loved Marty Supreme.
But then again, like
there's also like Elle Fanning who's also nominated.
yeah,
Elle
young
Fanning.
people who won Oscars, like the Wonderkins, kind of like. I mean, how old were they when they went for Good Will Hunting? Like 25 or
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that might be that
It's
part
just
of the
like-
narrative.
But it's like
That's a good point.
well, like with the
That's a
thing
really
for
good point,
Ethan
actually.
for the Ethan Hawke is like this is his 5th nominate like at the Oscars, but like for BAFTAs I don't know.
And
Yeah.
he's so good in Blue Moon.
I know.
And I love him so much. Like I'm so glad that he's nominated for things because every time that guy like opens his mouth, it's just like great.
He's one of like
Oh, yeah.
he's
like
one
he's
of my,
so
yeah.
freaking
I
wise.
just love him as a person.
He's
I
let
like
know.
alone an
So
actor.
that he has an excuse to like talk and
Yeah.
like talk publicly as much as he had for the last 3 months has really been.
He's like
wonderful.
he's been one of my favorite actors for a very long time. Like everything he's in, he's fantastic. And even if like the movie's not as good, like he is humble and he brings a great performance to everything. He like shows up, he's committed and stuff.
He's just like the most interesting guy in any room.
Yeah,
you know?
like I went to Q&A at my local theater back home, and he with what was the movie that he directed with his daughter?
Wildcat.
Wildcat,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And
Good
he was
ball.
so spoken and humble. I just think if this was if Marty Supreme just wasn't as strong, or maybe it was at a different time and
Wasn't
stuff.
the best movie of last year.
I'd say Ethan has a chance. Hopefully, maybe he'll get something else. He'll have Linklater again.
Yeah.
He works with him all the time.
It seems like, I don't know, and maybe this isn't how he really feels, but it does seem like he has reached a point in his career where he isn't as interested in those awards.
Yeah, that's also
He just seems balanced. And
But he
stuff.
doesn't need it. I think give it another decade or two, and I think he's eligible
is-
for
I also-
the career.
I also think
Yeah.
maybe Netflix should have marketed Blue Moon to be because if you didn't know, it dropped on Netflix
really?
a couple days ago actually.
Blue Moon.
Yeah, it did.
Sony classics.
So exactly,
I'll watch
you
that
didn't know.
this-
You didn't
by
know.
next week, that's my homework. I
Yeah,
will watch Blue Moon.
Yes,
I can't wait.
We'll come back.
I
to
was
it.
saying,
Please.
Sony Pictures Classics should be if they want Ethan Hawke to win, they should be marketing it to be on Netflix and stuff. And then I found out that day when I said that to somebody that it dropped on Netflix. So it's while they did it, they should market that a little bit.
Sony
more.
Classics
Yeah.
is great at getting noms. I don't know if there's been as many wins. Then again,
I mean, I'm still here, but
yeah. Well, and then and Drive My Car. No, that was someone else. But The Father was them. That's sort of why
Yeah.
I had Blue Moon in 10th for picture on nomination
I mean,
day.
yeah,
Because I was they're good at sneaking in, but then again, I think there's probably fewer wins in their.
honestly,
Yeah.
I honestly would have preferred Blue Moon to be in there, but
Hey, well, we'll
Uh,
get to F1.
yeah. But anyway, I think I have Timothy winning. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. I think
It's-
that's a hard one to
I mean, I'm
dispute.
so happy. I
He-
will be
he-
so happy.
Yeah.
I will be so happy. It's the win I will be the most happy about. I
Yeah.
think if the Oscars go the way we
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Definitely. So supporting actress. This one
Yes.
is I wouldn't say unpredictable in a way, but it's if it goes a different way, I understand. Right now, I have Teyana and Inga fighting right now for.
I'd agree with
think
that,
that's
but
what I
I'm
have as
teetering
well.
Teyana Taylor.
I think Teyana's the only one that's been nominated everywhere. Amy Madigan's
Yeah.
obviously not in this category.
yeah,
true.
right,
I didn't
right.
think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Odessa Zion,
Yeah.
I'm
no.
glad she got
who
in.
didn't make the 5.
At least
Yeah.
she got in here. I think that was my 5 when I was predicting the Oscars, but it ended up being
Well,
Elle Fanning.
And
so.
for the record, when we say the 5, we mean the nominated 5 at the Academy Awards.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, she was. I think this proves that Odessa was in 6th place.
She's good in that
probably.
movie.
Yeah, she was really good.
Amazing. in that
I
movie.
also
would've put her in
I'm
my five.
really happy to see Emily Watson in Hamnet.
That's true.
Because I haven't
Yeah.
seen her many other places, and she's good in that movie. I think.
Yeah, I think she's just barely in it, but she's still
When
movie I
think
don't
it's-
like very much.
It's easy to be. That's right.
Oh.
It's easy to kind of overlook that when you have Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal just
Yeah.
doing these incredible performances. But yeah, Emily Watson's great.
And
in
that scene
movie.
she has with Jesse Buckley, what is it? It's been a minute. It's after, I can't remember after. Oh, it's when the one kid she has. Spoilers for Hamnet, I guess. But it's after that delivery scene where she's talking about her own trauma, and the whole thing is she's so restrained and trying, it's being
Right.
stable in response to the absolute sort of agony. And so I think that a lot of the awards that have gone to those performances are because they're so raw and visceral, and she is kind of like a rock, like a pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good to see her here.
and I'm glad that Misaka is obviously in here. I think
Yeah.
she's it's
She's
just
great in that movie.
Yeah, I think she's
Yeah.
I rewatched it. She's really good in that movie. I our first experience when we went to that Regal Theater. I think
Yeah.
it was it was just
Opening weekend.
Yeah, it was just a shitty sound experience with the theater.
And she's
It was,
the
not as good.
expository muscle of that movie. Everything that you need to know, everything that the characters need to know about the vampires comes through her.
Yeah,
And she's also
definitely.
Yeah,
the
right.
first voice you hear, no? With the bit at the beginning about the stories passed along generations with
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
I think she's really good, and honestly deserves a nomination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we will get into with all that.
When she
entirety
lights the
nomination.
thing on the beat of the score too.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
And then
Great film.
and
Great.
Carrie Mulligan's beloved by the BAFTAs. so
Ballad
she's
of
good.
Wallace
Yeah,
Island. Very British.
I mean, she's a
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
actress. I haven't seen the movie, but
I don't either. I'd like to. I've heard it's good.
yeah,
Guilty.
yeah, it's good. So I'd say like I'm stuck between the two again. I'd say if you're going for Tiana, I completely understand. I think Inga might be winning this, but
Sure.
if I'm wrong, like obviously like it happens. But
I think it will be a good test of how much love there is for that performance because I feel like I've heard some things, but I've yet to see wins on the board.
Yeah, and I also
Yeah.
just want a race. I don't want like while I love Tiana Taylor, I think honestly she's the best performance of the five
Sure.
that are nominated. I'd say like I just don't like it when someone just sweeps the categories.
I'm all for that. I'm totally with you. I'm all for a race. Although I will say, I think is it safe to say that if Tiana Taylor wins BAFTA, she's pretty much locked.
Well, I mean, like if Amy Madigan wins, we'll talk about that.
I guess
next
yeah,
week.
there's SAG still. I guess.
Yeah,
but
but
That's
I'm gonna.
the thing. This whole thing is so long.
yeah,
it's too
right,
long.
right. You never know.
Like that's what I've
Yeah.
been seeing a lot. But I'm gonna go with Inga here.
Sure.
Okay.
With like a slight, like obviously.
I'll go Tiana. Yeah, I'll go Tiana.
Okay.
Keaton.
Yeah, Tiana as
Tiana.
well.
All right.
Okay.
So supporting actor.
There's
here.
yet to be
Yeah.
one that we're like split on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, like one of us is like the outlier here.
Yeah,
and we're all just agreeing. But I think maybe this one here maybe will probably be.
Okay. Do you want to say on 3?
Yeah.
Oh
3.
boy, wait. I don't even.
Oh.
No, yeah. Okay,
Oh.
yeah. No.
3, 2, 1.
Stellan
Stellan.
Skarsgård.
Hey,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I just think he's. Like I think it's like the BAFTA thing to do, really.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's the front runner for the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll just see.
Yeah. At this point, yes.
I think
I want SAG to like give me a surprise. Like, I'm excited for next week when we go for
Yes.
SAG.
Yay.
Well.
Like, yeah.
it's a biggie too. Like it's one you could actually watch.
Yeah.
And is hosted by Kristen Bell. I saw
For like the third
It's
year
on
cool.
Netflix.
third year in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss that next week.
Yes.
But yeah, I think this is just like he won the Globe. I don't think it's like a thing like. I don't think it would be like a BAFTA thing if like Jacob Elordi
Well, and he
won.
did,
But like Jacob Elordi is really good in Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Sean Penn is.
Right.
I think I remember before the awards season like started here. It's like, is Sean Penn going to sweep this season? He hasn't won anything.
I actually-
It's sort of odd.
Yeah.
I know this whole thing. I've just been glazing one battle after another, but I
It's-
really can't believe Sean Penn didn't sweep. Like
I
I
know.
thought he was a lock. Like,
Yeah, I know,
from
me
from the
too,
first
like-
time I saw it.
I have a theory. And I may have said this to you guys already anyway, but when I showed my mom one battle after another, like her big takeaway is like 1 that was stressful,
Yeah.
and 2 Benicio del Toro was my favorite, and
Yeah.
the idea that like Benicio in that movie is the thing that offsets all the chaos. Like he's literally, I mean, I say ocean waves to my friends. now.
Yeah.
And that like he is like
Well, and he
it's okay.
contrasts DiCaprio so
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
he's
like
like-
the king of cool, and
Yes,
DiCaprio's like
so good.
losing it like the whole movie.
Like I
Or at least
rewatched
together,
it.
wasn't
Yeah.
on screen.
I rewatched it and like I think I appreciate a lot of Benicio in it. Like he's really good. And I think
Yeah.
he deserves a nomination. But then like he was winning a lot of critics prizes. I think like he was like sweeping critics prizes and stuff. Like and I was like, where's the Sean Penn?
Well,
sweep?
I
Like,
also I think Penn. The reason I like that character, and it's so interesting to see it situated in like the PTA weirdo catalog. But like if you look at it's these characters who. It's so well done. I think it might be uncomfortable to people, to be honest.
Totally fair.
Because
Yeah,
he's like
that's fair.
he's so coiled up, and you're like you don't know when he's quite gonna lash out, and then he does, and you're like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. Right.
But like I thought, I mean, the walk and the comb and
Yeah.
like, everything about the performance is so memorable. But
Totally.
it just
It's like-
hasn't.
It's just like when I like
Maybe
obviously
SAG
yeah.
We'll
Like we
see.
could see just
next
like,
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next week.
right.
I just think like
Big week
when I
next
like
week.
watch like I don't obviously like every time when I watch a movie I just think, oh, what Oscars is gonna be nominated and stuff. But like when I like see a performance,
Yeah.
and if it's like so good, it's like that's my Oscar winner right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I thought with Sean Penn when I watched this movie. Sometimes obviously not every movie I think about that, but that was one of the things that I got out of that movie. It's like
Yeah.
he's gonna win in March. He's gonna win in March, and it's like, well, probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just
Well, and I
really
wonder
weird.
if part of that too just kind of is the campaign where like Sean Penn, like nothing but respect, but he doesn't care. I mean, he's won like
He's
a
won
few
Smoking
times
at the
before.
Golden
He's
Globe.
won.
Yeah,
He's
right,
also
right.
he's won twice. Like, maybe people are
doesn't
thinking like,
need
oh, we
it.
don't need to give him a third one, but like at the same time, like I wouldn't say like is Sean Penn like at that Meryl Streep type of
No,
legacy, like
no.
or like Daniel Day-Lewis, but like
I do think it's the Blanchett Michelle Yeoh year. Like, I think sometimes when the narrative boils down to people who have already been recognized, there's less insistence on doing it again.
That's like the Emma Stone, Lily Gladstone type.
Yeah.
Well, and even DiCaprio, Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, because I think the poor thing.
But Emma Stone beat that precedent. Yeah.
I mean, it's just because like just Killers of the Flower Moon is just.
But that was a shock. I remember that was a shock on
I
the day.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. We can retrospectively talk about that at different times.
We got a lot of time.
Yeah. But I'd say Stellan is just going to win this.
Yeah. Well, and he's got both the career thing and, obviously sentimental value BAFTAs are going to eat up and stuff. But,
he's got the legacy thing, his 3 children who also act.
And it's just a great performance. Makes me
he is that movie.
Which just makes me think back to the previous category. It's like, now I'm looking at it, it's like, how much is BAFTAs really going to love sentimental value?
Yeah, I think it could be a big night for that movie, which has had an interesting run across award season. I remember going into the Oscars, or what was it? I forgot what set of nominations, but I feel like it's been up and down. Mm-hmm. There were sometimes people were kind of like cold on it, and like, oh, will it even make picture? And then it got 9 nominations at the Oscars.
Like, it overperformed at the Oscars, but like Elle Fanning's not in the category for supporting actress, which is not like a. Yeah. Well, I mean, she got.
But you know what category it is in?
I mean,
original screenplay. Our next category.
Very nice. Which I am actually predicting it to win. I think
I am as well.
I just think.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I should have had this I don't know. I'm between that and Sinners. I think BAFTAs. Yeah, probably sentimental value. That's probably.
I wanted to talk is this a good time to talk about that original screenplay stat that I told you about or not?
Yeah, hit it.
I mean, so this is mainly for Oscars and stuff. It's I was telling Benny the other day. It's the only times when original screenplay wins the Oscar and stuff. It's when it's the movie itself either wins Best Picture as well, wins an acting category and original screenplay. That's it, or just wins original screenplay. Like the original screenplay solo wins. For example, it's Anatomy of a Fall or Her or Lost in Translation, stuff like that. And then the acting categories with it, it's Fargo with Frances McDormand, Good Will Hunting with Robin Williams, and Django Unchained with Christoph Waltz, and then obviously original screenplay with Best Picture suites like Nora last year, Everything Everywhere, Parasite, stuff like that. That stat has been around, it's been going on since 1993 when The Piano won screenplay and 2 acting categories and not Best Picture. I think that was Schindler's List's year. But
yeah,
so just if. So that's and how it relates to this though is that. This is mainly for Oscars talk and stuff, which we'll go into a different week. But I'll still say, if Sinners wins original screenplay, and let's say score and stuff, and not an acting category or Best Picture, it would break that statistic. And that's why I say sentimental value. If sentimental value wins, and if let's say Stellan Skarsgård wins, that stat is continuous. And that's why I'm leaning towards sentimental value a lot more. Obviously, you shouldn't rely on statistics when it comes to Oscars.
No, I got you.
I was going to say, I think you get to the fun thing and why we spend so much time thinking about this and looking at this is you're constantly relying on stats, but you're also constantly living with these slim but mighty possibility that this is the year that stat could be broken.
Well, literally predicting. When is that going to break?
Yeah.
It's the thing with acting categories. It's usually SAG is the one that chooses it, but then like last year Demi Moore won SAG and Critics' Choice, but then Mikey Madison won BAFTA, and then obviously she won the Oscars.
Well, and I think even on the nomination stage, I think part of the reason people were out on F1 is just because it got sound and visual effects.
Visual effects, editing. And Best Picture F1.
Yeah, but those 3, it'll stay in the craft. But I was I don't know, there's something here. Yeah, and that's pretty rare for just craft nominations to lead to a Best Picture.
I mean, yeah.
Other than 2 Avatars.
Avatars and then
But Avatar is such a. I mean, it's
at least
the first 2 anyway.
I mean, yeah.
So colossal.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that statistic. I can go further into that when we're predicting for Oscars and stuff. But I say sentiment.
Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say, speaking of which, whichever one wins, I think we're all in agreement it's between sentimental value or Sinners, right, for BAFTA?
And I think
sentimental.
A maybe 1% Marty Supreme. Like, just
Let's-
but like that's like maybe like a point.
Forget the 1%.
Yeah, well-
That's
Yeah.
Well, I guess where I'm going with this is just whichever one wins we'll say between those two.
Yeah.
Is that become is that enough
I'd just
to
say,
sway for Oscar?
Because
we would say Sinners is the Oscar front runner, right? Is that?
Well, I'd
am I
say
safe
like
in
because
saying-
like
I guess we don't. Yeah. Okay.
I guess it is the front runner, but I'm not.
Well, I mean,
currently
it's winning
predicting it.
WGA because Sentimental Value is ineligible for WGA. So,
'Cause, yeah.
if Sinners wins BAFTA for original screenplay, it's gonna win. That's what it is. But I think Sentimental Value is just like
I like the idea that like everything we say that has every sentence that has the word "gonna" in it is now going to be like publicly stored.
Yeah. Right.
Oh
right,
yeah,
right.
definitely. It's likely going to win. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
That's better.
Um,
We need to be media trained.
A strong likelihood.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to
Survey
choose.
says.
I think for an interesting race, in which I'm also that's not the main reason why, but like
Yeah.
I think I'm choosing Sentimental Value here. I'd actually want it to win. Also, it's a really well written movie as well. I'm choosing it.
Shout out Welcome Trier. He's here next week.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come on the
Not
pod.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
What is it here? Tuesday night?
Yes.
Can't come by Wednesday morning?
Come on.
I mean, we could.
We got room in this studio
So
here.
you both are also saying Sentimental Value here?
I guess I'm convinced. I'll go Sentimental Value, but
I mean, I'm now noticing that I just put the movie in for 3 wins and not even.
I think
picture,
so far, if we look at it, we have. Oh, that's interesting. In each of our predictions, we have all of the best film nominees recognized, except Sinners so far.
I just think it's gonna win some text. That's
Yeah. But no, I think like you mentioned in your stat, I think supporting actor and original screenplay are where this movie is going to shine, and I think Hamnet's run will continue into adapted screenplay, which is our next category.
great
Yeah.
segue, man.
That's a little
Yeah, I just
great.
think like Paul will have his win in director,
Yeah.
and I think he's gonna win adapted screenplay at the Oscars. Or the likelihood that he will win. Sorry, but I think maybe Hamnet with like the British. It's like it's gonna win.
I think the British bump. It's just sort of I don't want to overestimate it, but then again, like Conclave had the same thing last year, and it was also focused features, and it was also sort of the kind of
It's just
movie for old people, so to speak, which is sort of what this feels like.
Sure.
I just like the difference is like One Battle like has more likelihood because I think One Battle right now will probably win, is more likely to win the Oscar. I just think like Hamnet's just like again a British thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just internally battling.
Oh.
no
Yeah.
pun intended. If One Battle is strong enough to kind of like, not being like the British favorite. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because like there's the Conclave, there's the Hamnet and stuff every year, but it's like I don't know if it's so good and so like inevitable that it can.
But then I also I can't really compare One Battle to The Brutalist because like
This
obviously-
division.
I mean, yeah, true. I can actually compare it at the same time. But I don't know. I think like One Battle is just a little bit more accessible, but I think Hamnet is just like the bigger choice here.
I do think they're the capital A auteur movies of their respective races, though.
Yeah.
In a way, but I think PTA has a bump in that he's been around a lot longer and people are familiar with his catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I just think like he's more likely in director than he is in adapted screenplay, at least in the BAFTAs.
I'd agree with that. I think director's pretty much a lock, whereas screenplay, I'm really torn between Hamnet and One Battle. Once again, I don't know.
I mean, they still have like actors in film at the end of the day if it doesn't win.
It's okay, Keaton. We could just be wrong.
You know what? Yeah, I'm okay. My heart's telling me One Battle, but I'm probably gonna be wrong. So take that as you will, viewers.
I do we want to talk? I see 2 roads we can go down. Do we want to talk general nom highlights, or do you want to talk the heights?
Oh.
The heights that wither, that is.
Oh, I mean, I
those.
didn't see the movie.
Keaton
so.
and I ended up in the same screening, in the
Really?
same row,
I didn't
Really?
get to talk to you
without
after,
any
yeah.
coordination.
Wow.
That's right.
That's actually
But
funny.
and I also think we can talk about it because we'll hear about our thoughts in a second. But I do think something that will be fun about this show is that we can start to think about next year's contenders. And in fairness, I think there are 4 or 5 pretty big ones.
I mean, you went to Sundance
the first half of the year.
Yeah.
I did not go to Sundance.
Oh, you had Sundance screenings, right?
Oh yeah, I saw Josephine, but that's a whole other ballgame. But Wuthering Heights, which I think could be a very big player in the crafts categories this year, opened this weekend.
I agree with that.
Or like opened last weekend. Yeah.
Last weekend, yes. What did we think, Keaton?
I'm a little lukewarm.
You were so kind to it.
Yeah.
It's a total thud.
I think,
Total.
Well, okay, maybe I'm too optimistic, I think, because I'm looking at, the parts are better than the whole. For the record, by the way, I'm not defending Wuthering Heights. I think it really fell apart, like, just so we're clear. Yeah. However, I thought it looked incredible. Not just it's kind of nice.
I think this is the thing. I really do. I think cinematography and costume design and production design are all in play.
Makeup, production design, all of those.
That's what I've heard.
Score.
Yeah, score was nice.
Charlie XCX song.
Right, I just also I've heard that. Well, I mean, just from an outside perspective and stuff, I respect that Emerald Fennell takes risks like a lot of other filmmakers and stuff, which is a very, very good thing. Mm-hmm. But in which even if your film is divisive and stuff, you're getting people to talk, which is an amazing thing.
I think this movie has no swerve to it in a really meaningful way. I don't think people are going to be talking about this after next week.
Then that's kind of the thing, yeah.
Then if that's the case, then why are you considering it for the?
Because I think it looks so nice, and I think when if I'm picturing at Bake Off next year or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think within those branches, it's going to be this movie that is so costume PD forward. I really think that it's going to be a hit.
I also just think it's also early in the season, so
yeah.
I just think look at Wicked Part 2. Now I know that has the sequel thing. We already gave it to the first one. There's that, but still, it's even that coming out award season where it's just kind of I still think that movie looks incredible. Same deal. I think the production design and costumes and all those things are just as good, but it's it doesn't have the movie to back it up.
I also think it's because of the way that movie is shot and the way that the VFX looks, that it doesn't quite do justice to those other elements of the production.
Sure.
For Wicked or for Wuthering Heights?
Wicked.
Yeah,
Wuthering Heights looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was very pretty.
Yeah.
But a very silly film to me.
It's frustratingly shallow.
I just think as I said, Emerald Fennell takes risks and stuff. I personally there's a lot of people who don't really like Promising Young Woman. For me, I really like.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I also think though. I think there is a certain if she's developed this I don't think she has this reputation as someone who takes risks. At a certain point, it doesn't really feel like risks anymore. And I just don't think that, especially after Saltburn, which is so such a roller coaster. Wuthering. It was just.
Wuthering's easily here.
There's also just people who love that story and
I don't think she does. I'm not sure why she made it. It's very confusing.
That's fair. Again, I have not seen the
movie. Well,
so
she all the changes she makes to the story make the story worse.
That's fair.
So the thumbs down from Keaton. Thumbs down.
But between that or up, it's down. it's
between.
I don't know. There's a few redeeming. I mean, I don't know. Again, if it's, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like that. Where even I'll watch a terrible movie, but I'll be like, oh well, the music was great or something. So I'm just like that.
Yeah.
There were a lot of parts of it that I liked, but as a movie, it did not work in my opinion.
Yeah. So again, I have not seen it, but hopefully will soon.
You'd be better off just
looking
at the
honestly,
shot. Honestly,
I literally just looking at it. It's.
But, I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
I've been telling friends, I'm it's not even worth seeing. Really.
That's fair.
I mean, I'll go see what Emerald Fennell does next.
I don't know.
I'm not
it really bummed me
for
out. It really bummed, and I liked both of her last ones. Oscar winner, Emerald.
That's
Fennell.
right. That's right.
So it's sort of crazy. It was her debut.
It's film. She worked on Killing Eve, I think.
Yes.
Which I think
season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, season 2. But anyway, do you want to do the noms or do you want to do the sinners because we have a couple minutes left?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess we can keep talking about Sinners. I like to talk about movies that I love more than Wuthering
For a
Heights.
change.
Yeah, it's like 16 nominations.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I think you're gonna start to see movies appear in the realm of 12, 13 with more
Because-
regularity because of the additional categories.
And then
Yeah.
stunts is like next year or following year.
Stunts
I think
is
it's
next
next
year.
year,
So
yeah.
like stunts and casting are you already have a leg up.
And they
Yeah,
also
well.
kind of, for better or for worse, I feel like in the recent years, the Oscars have kind of been doing those, like the sweep. You know what I mean? Where they put everything behind Oppenheimer, everything.
I just
all
think
at
like
once.
we just
even
like,
Nora.
like we just
Yep.
we discuss it though. It's like with like directors specifically, it's like they give it to
It
someone who's
aligns.
like either overdue or just like it's their time. Like Nolan, was
Yeah.
nominated so much, and he's like a well-known director, and he finally won his Oscar.
And
Sean
yeah,
Baker
I don't
is an
dispute
independent
any of those.
director.
Yeah, like I'm so happy. Like Oppenheimer should have won, Nolan, director and all those things, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I was so happy to see it, go to the Daniel, screenplay, director, everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think
But-
it's your Departed moment where they're
Right.
like, we should have given you something already, which I think is closer to what PTA might be on right now. I mean, like, maybe you should have gotten it for the Holy Blood. Who's to say?
Like,
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Pizza screenplay.
I remember. Yeah, he's freaking
I was-
Belfast.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
So, or you finally made something that the Academy feels comfortable enough recognizing that is like mainstream enough, which I think is the Daniels case, and also Sean Baker to an extent.
Yeah, right.
Like Red Rocket, which is another movie I love.
I
is-
really
I like
it's
that
like
movie, too,
it's
yeah.
sort of a tough sit for like the uninitiated, I think.
Sure.
And so it was cool to see Anora, and respect to Sean Baker and Daniels. I get the sense that they're gonna keep making stuff their way. So
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
it's fair. Like that's like I think that was more around like the independent movies becoming mainstream and stuff, and like ultimately winning the Oscars and stuff. Like Everything Everywhere was like a very early movie that came out, and then like it just got a lot of
Cool.
love, and then it built it up, and then and obviously
vitally, that's one Neon and one A24.
yeah,
So
definitely.
Yeah, right.
And then this year's got to be Warner Brothers. So yeah.
shout
Yeah,
out Pam,
either
shout
way.
out Mike.
That's right.
But I'd say like it's just like PTA's year, obviously, like with your Departed stuff. But honestly, Scorsese, The Departed, great, best director win.
Also
Yeah.
true.
Well, we're all I'm not so sure anymore that it is like the PTA. I think there's gonna be a split, but we'll
Like
get
with, like,
there in a few
yeah,
weeks
yeah, 2
between
weeks.
Sinners and One Battle.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Because it's so unique. Because I mean they said this stat at the master class, but there one studio hasn't had the 2 most nominated movies on Oscar morning since the early 70s.
Wow.
And they just so happen to
Man.
have the 2 like biggest like best picture contenders of the year, and it sort of hasn't budged since I don't know November. Like it's been a
Yeah,
while,
yeah, right.
and they just continue to pick up steam.
Yeah, and also Sinners came out like early April.
Yeah,
It was,
well,
like,
yeah, and Sinner. I mean, the run it's gone on is sort of
yeah.
incredible.
And talking campaigns too, they're both everywhere. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
know.
they're doing
like
anything
I always
wrong.
I see like like on YouTube I just see like the Warner Brothers channel. It's like Sinners Awards campaign, and then like 2 minutes later it's One Battle. It's like they just posted
Well,
like
and
there's not like they're not campaigning one more than the other.
I
Yeah,
read a
right.
story from Variety that they've allocated the same amount of money for each film's campaign.
I think it's like 30 million. Or
16 each.
16 each.
Which is an interesting choice too.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't think it's gonna be one of those 2. I don't see it being Hamnet or Marty Supreme
No,
or anything.
no,
but it's
no.
also kind of
We're like
curious, and again, like not necessarily bad. It's just an interesting choice not to kind of put all their chips on one to kind of lock it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Do you want to do your?
Yeah, hit me with the timer, or I'll hit myself.
So
with the timer.
Oh, yes.
this is a segment where we're gonna
Can
be
you pull
having
up a timer?
1 minute to talk about a
1
best,
minute.
best picture nominee every week, and this is Benny's turn to talk about F1 in a second.
1 minute timer. Okay. Listen. F1 rules, and everyone who says it shouldn't have gotten the best picture is lame. I saw it. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notes. For those who are unaware, Joseph Kosinski is a modern master of the form. I think this whole movie is amazing to me. It's like conducting a symphony on a tightrope. It's only challenge, but it's all control. I saw it once in the theater and I loved it. Twice in the theater and I loved it. But what really came alive to me was on an airplane while I was playing Sudoku, and it's very watchable, and I like that it's fun, and you only sort of have to pay attention, and it's hitting beats, but the beats are so dang good, and the final lap is like one of the best scenes of last year. And all good racing movies are sort of about filmmaking, and so is this one. And it's sort of like a pop song. Maverick is better. It's not a star-building vehicle, really, for Damson Idris, but it is for Brad Pitt, who's never been cooler in his entire life. And it's so fun, and I had a good time.
1 minute.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That was great.
I'm sold.
I'm sold.
I want to see F1 again.
No, yeah, me too. I saw that. Well, I mean, I can't add to it because it's just 1 minute. Never mind.
Just one.
F1 minute.
1 minute after another.
Oh god.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I think we're out of time here.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you. And tune in next week when we are going to be talking about the SAG Awards or the Actor Awards. They keep changing
SAG
it.
Awards.
Yeah. Other than that,
Christian Bale.
Yeah. But watch the BAFTAs this weekend, which is on Sunday.
Are you gonna watch them?
No.
Okay. Then don't, I guess.
I think they like premiere at like 2 a.m. here or something.
Yeah. Time zones. That's true.
But I'll obviously be caught up with it. They will be too.
We will, and we'll talk about it next week.
And I'll watch Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Watch
I can't wait.
Homework.
Everyone watch Blue Moon. That's your homework this week. Anyway. Till then, I'm DJ Danny.
This Ben.
Keaton.
Okay, maybe just Danny.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. See you then. See you around.
F Ben.